Hello brothers, today we will talk about one of the most asked questions in the Counter-Strike community. What is the perfect sensitivity? Everybody wants to know who is the king. Is it the low sense or the high sense? So in today's video I'll break it down for you. First and foremost, let me give you some context about me. I've been playing Counter-Strike since 2014 and have always been a high sense player. How high, you may ask? Well, right now I'm playing on 800 DPI with 2.7 in-game sense. That's 2160 EDPI, which is considered very high compared to the average pro player who has around 600 to 1200 EDPI. And for those who don't know, EDPI is the value of your DPI times the value of your in-game sense. I have been playing like this not because I wanted to, but because I had to. Back in the days, I had a very small mousepad, teamed with Hyper Beast by the way, and I had no choice but to use my wrist to aim. And over time, I have built muscle memory around this and it stuck with me. So, high sense, what are the advantages? Do you like when you hit a nasty flick shot? You like that boost of confidence and ego, don't you? Well, high sensitivity helps you with that. You can hold an angle, see an enemy peeking from another angle, one move of the wrist and he's gone. Another advantage of playing with high sense is the ability to clear off angles and hit maybe even a 180 without the need to move your arm across half of your desk. And something that applies to me, to why I have increased my sensitivity over time, is the spray control. Personally, I think making smaller, more precise and accurate movements helps me spray with any gun better, rather than dragging the mouse all the way down on my mousepad. But again, that's just me. And of course, if you're gaming on an ironing board, high sense is literally your only option. Now, what are the disadvantages? Well, the most important one for many is the precision. High sense means the tiniest movement of your hand can send your crosshair flying. And when it comes to spray control, it gets even trickier. Since your crosshair moves more at the slightest hand movement, your recoil corrections have to be very subtle. If you're not careful enough, you'll overcompensate and end up either shooting too much downwards or too much upwards. And the real problem with high sense is that your margin of error is very tiny. If you're even slightly off on your flick or on your pre-fire, you're either going to overshoot or undershoot the target, and by the time you correct, you're already spectating your teammates. Low sensitivity. The one that's the most common in the pro scene. Low sensitivity helps you as a player with insane precision when it comes to holding tiny off angles. It feels stable because your crosshair doesn't move around with every micro movement of your hand. And with your crosshair not moving around so easily, low sense helps you with better spray control since each hand movement is more intentional and it is easier to make small and consistent corrections. And also, tracking moving targets feels smoother, but I don't know if this necessarily applies to Counter-Strike, maybe like Overwatch. So really the debate comes down to speed versus control. High sense gives you speed and snappiness? Snappiness, yeah. While low sense gives you control and consistency. And what most pros do is sit somewhere in the middle. They lose something like 400 to 800 DPI with 1 to 2 in-game sense, so around 800 EDPI, because it balances both worlds. Not too fast, but not too slow. As for me, I've stuck with high sense ever since I got my first computer, and I'm comfortable with it. I know some people will tell me to lower my sense because it's too high, switch to arm aiming, whatever. But I've built my entire muscle memory around this style and it works for me. It got me to 2.5k elo. But who knows, it's good to try new things from time to time. We've reached the end, brothers, and I haven't answered the question yet. What's better, high sense or low sense? Well, the truth is, neither. At the end of the day, it's all about what works for you. If you're winning games and hitting shots, don't let anyone tell you your sensitivity is wrong. What may work for somebody may not work for you. And as long as you feel comfortable, that's all that matters. Anyway, that's my take. Drop a comment with what sensitivity you're using in Counter-Strike, cause I'm really curious to see how different people play this game. And hey, if you found this helpful, make sure to like the video, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.